I would marry Pere, kiss Neo 150 times, and I would kiss every piece of his skin, okay? Maybe his toes too. And I would now, what's the other one? Slap White Money. Slap one. I no go kill him. I know they kill people. But I go slap that guy. Maya Akanti, Machachaya Akanti, then hug him afterwards.
If you want me to tell you the person with the freshest breath in the house, hands down, White Money. The guy always has chewing gum in his mouth. I don't know if he's always putting Colgate. You know, you put Colgate and you walk around the house. I don't know what it is, but that guy's breath, golly,
it's a good
fresh.
One. Well done, well done.
Fresh.
Let you not be like
damn.
Well done. That is a good one. I like you're a good person.
The guy breath fresh, oh.
You're a good person.
With Neo, I've heard people, oh, he's too, he's young.
No.
Oh, you're too classy for him. I'm like, dude, what do you mean that I'm too classy? The ones that I've dated that are classy, where you get me?
Where did it take you?
Where I reach?
Wow.
Wow. Now, wow.
I feel like Neo is, Neo on this show from his season.
He's classy, man. Forget it. Have you smelled him? Hey!
This is 15 minutes of Neo.
No, but we just need to
There is another man on
if
this
you
side.
smell him, you share Neo now.
You smell me.
Neo is talented. He's handsome. He's tall. He's a great cook. He's caring. And he has amazing legs. He has amazing chest. And he has the softest lips I've tasted in the last 6 years.
Nero, just say you love his body.
I love his lips. And I can't wait for him to come out so I can buy him Vaseline and cream it for him. Way before I decided to embark on the health journey, I had health challenges, and one of them was I obviously was a little bit bigger, and I had, I was burdened with a lot of cysts in my ovaries. I didn't see my period for, it was almost like 4 years. 4 years, and I didn't see my period. And I remember going to a doctor in the UK, and they told me that, there was a high possibility that I would never be able to have children. And I think by that time, my niece, it was more than that. Yeah, my niece was just born, or she was like 2 years old. And I remember leaving the office thinking, I would never be able to have a child, and for me, I went into a state of depression. I was so depressed, and to the point where I couldn't watch TV. I couldn't see kids on TV. I would hate going past schools or parks because I would be reminded constantly that I would not be able to be a mother. So it reached a point where, I had to just say, okay, if I can't be a mother, I would have my niece as mine. And I think that's why till today we're very close, because she looks at me as a second mother.
Uriel's interview is new this, new that, new this, new that. Hell, wahala. Hey babies, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Sell With Just Leave Me Where You Get the G's. As it waiting, as it hurt. Of course, there's no sleeping on a bicycle on this channel. If you snooze, you do what? You lose. Are you yet to subscribe to this channel? Are you still sitting on a fat long thing? Kindly pause right there, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. If not, tell me, how do you want to get the gist brewing from the cooking pot? How do you want to get the gist as it hurt? So guys, I was laughing while making my introduction because I've been wondering, what did Neo give Uriel chop? Uriel has even caused it that whenever the camera is on Neo, I'll be looking at this guy like, wetin they saw, bro? Wetin you do these people? Because Neo's own, this one is now obsession. Neo, I can't wait for Neo to come out of the house. That means if Neo comes out of the house, Uriel will still do her, pursue her thing, no? Ha! Okay, I wish her well in advance. Anyways, guys, no use Nigerians play. See all the happenings in Big Brother's house. They want to make it like a movie now. Look at what they wrote here. Ilebaye must go home. Featuring Pere, Ike, and Sheyi. Then these are done. They now add bodyguards below. These are the people that are going to take Ilebaye home. Because if they fire by first thing, Ilebaye must go home. Nigeria, my country, our life. I don't love Nigeria. I don't see the country where I go love like that. Because everything, they bring out fun in everything. everything they do, they bring out the fun part of it. There's no how you would come on the social space and you would not laugh. Anyways, guys, let's enter the gist. We all know what is happening in the house. Of course, if you're following my channel, you should know what's up, because I am always making you guys know what's up. You get the point? So, guys, finally, the camera ensued on Ilebaye and Venita having a convo. You know, I've been updating you guys on how Venita have been coming for Ilebaye back to back. Sorry, for Doyin back to back, calling her names of all sorts. You know, because of the issue that started since yesterday. So we saw Ilebaye and her having that convo, and then Venita was trying to explain to herself that the reason why she was laughing was because of it all looked funny to her on the behavior she was, putting up on that video, and that Ilebaye should check it herself. That was that her real self? Was that Venita that she used to know? Okay, that's not like she's removing herself from the situation, but she want to let Ilebaye know that she was kind of tipsy. That what if you watch the camera, that the person there is not her, blah 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 and blah. But guys, guess what? Venita again still went about telling Ilebaye to be very careful with Doyin. You see this Venita girl, I think at a point she wants Ilebaye to be alone, because I do not understand why you cannot sort your thinking with her and then you are not putting Doyin's name in it. That Ilebaye should be very careful with Doyin. Still bringing up that cross-ish again. Bringing up the cross-ish of if somebody you call your friend will not do that to you, or use your head, or don't do this, don't. Anyways, if she really cares, I don't know, at this point Ilebaye should be very careful, because if Venita really cares, would she have let that happen to Ilebaye's clothes? Anyways, that aside, so after they had that convo, they hugged it off, and I did not see when they hugged it off, but it was a conversation Doyin had with Ilebaye afterwards that made me know that they actually hugged. Then fast forward to after the conversation, Doyin and Ilebaye now went straight to the to the toilet to have a conversation, and then Doyin was actually explaining her displeasure on seeing Ilebaye and the same Venita who has been calling her names all day, hugging. That how would she have feel that she was seeing them through the head of house, lounge, sorry. And Doyin was like, that was quite unfair. But Ilebaye, at the other hand, was like, no, not like Doyin was like, so you're just going there to apologize that you did what? Then Doyin was like, not that she would just went straight to go and apologize, but the apology was for Venita to going to call Doyin's name all day. That she was like, please, she should stop calling Doyin's name. You understand? Because she said she went there to have a convo with Venita, because she feels all this, whatever that happened between Doyin and Venita was because of her. So she doesn't want that to be happening, and she doesn't like how Venita has been calling Doyin's name all day. Doyin was like, no, because you are not supposed to go to her. They are the one that wronged you. She's supposed to come to you, not you going to her. Now, how do you think I should have felt, seeing that my friend actually, she was like, she even asked Angel at the HOH land that if it was her, how would she feel? And they just say, jig that Ilebaye and, somebody who has been calling her name, you are apologizing to the person, and now hugging her off, and Doyin was really not pleased. And then Ilebaye now raised up the cross thing again. I was telling her that Venita said about that, blah blah blah. Doyin was like, okay, let's put that cross stuff aside. Let's say that was not the reason. Then she now came again and called you. You now went to her. The Ilebaye was like, she did not really want to go to her. That she raised up a topic. Then next thing, that was how it now started. They now had to go on side and talk about it, But she did apologize to Venita to please not, call Doyin's name again, because she doesn't want it to look like, she's the reason why Doyin is receiving all this. So Doyin was like, nobody sent you to do that, because even if it was not you, Ilebaye, I would have still stand out and say the truth, because I feel that is not right. You understand? If it was Sisi it happened to, I would have done the same thing. You understand? So Ilebaye was like, for that cross thing, that she has said it before and she's saying it now, that for now she's going to be trusting Doyin, because Doyin has given her a word that she does not have anything to do with cross. But it's when she goes outside and sees something, that is when she would know that that Doyin was whom she thinks she is. But in this house, no matter what come way, that she's not going to let people get to her head. Doyin now said, fine. If you go out, you check yourself, fine. But all I think is, if I had kept mute, maybe the mistake I made was telling you. Cross told me that, because if I had kept mute, I wouldn't have even, this wouldn't have been happening, because Ilebaye was like, people would think they are fighting because of Cross. Doyin was like, if that is what it seems, then fine. It is not how it is. Venita said it because of, she think that's the way she can get to me. When people want to hurl insult on you, they would, look for words that would get to you and not the reality. So she told Ilebaye that if I had kept mute, you would have not known anything about me. Cross wanting to have a thing with me. Then Ilebaye was like, please, she should calm down. It's not like she wants to, she doesn't need to be enemy with Doyin enemy, blah blah blah. So it's not looking like Doyin they fight unnecessary fight for Ilebaye. That's what I'm seeing it, because right now I think Doyin has to take a chill pill and calm down and let maybe Ilebaye take the lead, because sometimes you go to say they help person, at the same time go just do over, go do yourself, because even the person's fans go they even blame her join. You understand? So guys, I want to ask you, do you think Doyin was right, or do you think Ilebaye was right? Because on the social space, we have the people who are like, oh, Doyin is trying to manipulate Ilebaye, this one, that one, that one. And we have the people who are like, oh, no. What Doyin is saying is right, because how would you want to, it's just two sides. So what do you think about this? Do you think Doyin has the right to be pissed about what happened? My own is, I think Doyin has the right to be angry about Ilebaye going to Venita and started, apologizing. Somebody who has been calling your friend's name all day, But at the same time, let me know what you feel in the comment section, okay? Why we read what other people feel like, maybe few people on the social space. You okay? All right. Coming from Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, shake my head. Venita is a pro at this work. Ilebaye went to beg her on behalf of Doyin, and she turned it into trying to soil Doyin's loyalty to her. I wonder how Ilebaye will handle this information looking at the facts before her. I hope she takes the useful information and drops the manipulation. Sincerely, I think Venita is really manipulative, because the way she entered that girl, and funny enough, Ilebaye is not that's how will I put it, smart up here, you understand? Like in handling things, you understand? But it is what it is. I think she approached Doyin in the right way. They have discussed it. They understand themselves. They have hugged it off also. She has told Doyin not to be pissed, and all of that was even their cracking kind of joke now, but it is what it is, right? I just really hope they just maintain their friendship and not let any of these housemates come between them. Frankly Speaking with Gloria says, Doyin has a point. I would feel weird if I saw Ilebaye and Venita hugging as well. But now, guys, one part I'm scared of? The part of Doyin. Why am I laughing? Because this thing is just looking like a film. The part of Doyin choosing herself for immunity over Ilebaye. Now, Ilebaye might not understand in that point. She'll be like, oh, all those people are right anyways. And I have the feeling that they would tell Ilebaye that thing so soon. That thing will soon get to Venita ears. And if it gets to Venita ears, Venita will let Ilebaye know about that. Coming from Comrade, we all can see who irons the good friend anyways. I haven't seen this kind of thing in my entire life. In her next life, Doyin will learn how to mind her business. So Comrade is saying that Ilebaye is not the good friend here, because Doyin is coming all out for her, and she's not, reciprocating. She's actually backsliding. Coming from Mimansi, it serves Doyin right. This is what you get when you carry person matter for head. I'm glad Venita finished her, because to me, why holding such insult to someone who decides to mind her business and leave Ike who did the act? Now, there's something you guys do not understand this thing. There's something I read on one of my videos. I said people feel, not just Doyin, other housemates sees Ike as a gangster. They have noticed that this is something you can do, but because of the kind of reputation they have for others, that is why they could easily judge others than Ike. And that is actually a bad reputation on Ike's side, if you ask me, because people see you like, oh, this one feel do this thing, but others, they feel they are genuine and shouldn't even indulge themselves in such things. Coming from Maria Udewanchi. So now Doyin claims she has fault people for Ilebaye, and for that Ilebaye should not talk to them. Doyin gaslighting Ilebaye, but that's not what Doyin meant though. That is not what Doyin meant. Doyin even was the one, was telling Ilebaye, you can, talk to Kidwire, talk to Ike and all of that. Kidwire and Pere. And Doyin was like, Ilebaye was like, no, I'm not going to even talk to them. So Doyin own is that Venita, somebody who has been ranting all day about her. And then Ilebaye is going, hugging her off, like apologizing to her. Somebody was supposed to beg you, they beg her. Sincerely, I don't like that move where Ilebaye make, because it's giving that Venita more edge. Like, okay, she's the queen of the kingdom. Oh man, now this kind of thing they imagine, they wonder why I know they did this kind of house. Anyways, coming from Crotted Content, the girl wants to monopolize Ilebaye. The minute she start making peace with someone, she gets angry. Why should Baye inherit your enemies when you don't inherit hers? She was on her own the whole week and you were cool. control freak. I will be here for, okay, somebody said, Adewale said, Baye is one strike away from disqualification, and it is Doyin that will initiate that strike. Bookmark am. I will be here for those tweets no matter what. It has started already. I'm trying my best to tend to see the place you guys are placing Doyin. Sincerely, I'm trying to look at it, the points you guys are placing Doyin, but I barely see it. So guys, maybe you guys will let me know what you think in the comment section, okay? So that I would understand. Do you guys think Doyin is not a good friend to this babe? Because the way people are going now, looking like, oh, Ilebaye will make her get her this DQ, make her do this, I don't know anyways. I don't know. We'll see that. But let me know what you think, okay? Thank you so much for watching, my darlings, okay? Do not forget one thing, that I love you. If I don't love you, waiting again. And please make sure you're having a great day. And do not forget to put a smile on that beautiful face of yours. Bye for now, guys.